Hey, what's up, Cloud? How's it going, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's your day going? And not the tablets that do have good enough specs to run Genshin are just not good with software. So people, like, if they're spending that much money, they'd rather just go for an iPad than an Android tablet. Even if they are a Windows/Android guy, they would just still go for an iPad. Chromebook. Are there even any Chromebooks that have good enough specs to have good enough specs to run Genshin? I'm confused. Like, how do these people install Genshin? Where'd you get this screenshot from? Okay, so when is this? When did you take this screenshot from? Hang on. 1 star. This is probably from 2 years ago. No, not 2 years ago. A year ago. Yeah, this is probably from a year ago, isn't it? When everybody review bombed Genshin. Review bombed Genshin after the first anniversary. Well, not after, but like during the first anniversary. And not only Genshin, they didn't just review Genshin. They review bombed like other apps too, just to talk about Genshin. I took it just now? Oh, well, why is this different then? Hey, what's up, Cloud? I don't know. Why is this different then? Okay. Here's the surprising thing. So why is there a TV category? How are you even supposed to play on a TV? Like, look, apparently there are 89 people. 89 people that apparently reviewed, installed. I don't know. TV equals PlayStation. I don't know. I don't think that would be the case, right? Because they wouldn't be downloading it and installing it through the Google Play Store, wouldn't they? They would be like, it would be going through like the Sony whatever store it is. So apparently 89 people. This is probably an Android TV, right? Because like I don't think there are only 89 people that play Genshin on PlayStation. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt there are only 89 people playing Genshin on PlayStation. So this is absolutely Android TV. Or probably some YouTubers that were memeing and were like maybe playing Genshin Impact on the screen of their fridge. I know that some people do that. Probably. I'm assuming some of these 89 are probably them. Of course, you know, like they could just do it and not rate, you know, rate Genshin, but still. All right, that's absolutely funny. I don't know why this is different though from what you from what the screenshot that you showed me. Ah, apparently it is now. Oh, that's weird. Why is that? Why is this different though? That is weird. Smart fridge. Yeah. People do be doing that. Every now and then I find myself becoming curious and looking up stuff, videos of that. I think I've only done it once though. Diona. Okay. Mobile. Yeah, I don't know why it would be different though. Wouldn't that be the same? Yeah, that is one thing that I'm thinking of doing. Checking out on my phone. Hang on. I apologize. My phone is 6 years old. This is a 6-year-old phone. Well, technically it's not my phone. It's my brother's phone because I still don't have a phone. Still can't afford one. Hang on. Okay. This is a 6-year-old phone, by the way. Okay. Let's see. Okay, no, it shows 4.4 stars. Yeah, 4.4 stars for me. Why is it different here, though? This is so weird. Oh, I guess this is like across everything, across all devices. Yeah, I'm assuming this is across all devices. If I open Play Store on my phone. Yep, and Play Store crashed. Okay. That's the nature of my phone. Technically, this is my brother's phone. It's a. In fact, funny thing about this phone is, I picked that for him because my brother's not very techie. And when my dad, so my dad got into an accident in his long time job. So he got a basically permanent disability like insurance claim. He is like, he's not like completely disabled. It's just that because his job is, it just makes it so that he is unable to do his job, like at least like the job that he had, or at least like I'm sure he can, but because these are like large. My dad's a seafarer. So these are large corporations that just aren't going to risk a potential liability, right? Because that's a potential liability for another insurance claim later on, right? Because he's not like 100%, at 100%, right? So the only problems that he has right now really are just his fingers. I believe it's his, I forgot which hand it is, but his ring finger and his pinky finger aren't like, they can't grip. They can't grip. Like they can move kind of, but like their motion, the range of motion is limited. So yeah, it was a pretty big deal actually. So he got an insurance claim for that, and he got, well, my dad's not exactly the best at handling money, so all of that kind of just, well, we got something out of it, but not as much as we could have. Thankfully though, my dad's really nice. My dad really is, well, he's a dad, right? He's a dad. Oh, thank you, Xavier. Yeah, he's a dad. He loves us very much. He bought me a phone, which unfortunately, because it's me, I broke 2 years ago. 2 years ago? No, I think it was 3 years ago. Yeah. Oh no, 3 years ago. 2019, I think. Yeah. More than 3 years ago. And oh, thank you, Flower.
Access denied.
And because it was a OnePlus, the OnePlus isn't exactly the most common brand here in the Philippines, so getting it repaired was really expensive. And I had, because I don't live near Manila, I have to ship my phone to Manila to the guys who are gonna repair it. And although I trust them because like they're pretty reputable, I didn't know. Okay, for a very long time I didn't have enough money to do that. It was like, so the phone itself was how much was it? $600 when I bought it. Well, my dad bought it. Not me. It's $600, and then like the entire repair is so the repair itself was $200, and shipping, and I probably don't want to ship it like with the most cheap, with the cheapest like courier, or the cheapest like package, like whatever they have, whatever it's called. So I would definitely want to send it via a little bit more expensive like courier, like a little bit more reliable courier. Then the shipping there, obviously I'm gonna have to pay for shipping back and forth. Probably gonna be anywhere between hang on, sorry. I can't think of math right now. Let me see. Anywhere between $20 to $50. So $250 to repair a $600 phone that is already at that point it was already 2 years old. No, at that point when it broke, it was 2 years old. But by the point that I had enough cash to for it to get repaired, it was already 3.5 years old. So it didn't sit right with me. I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't sit right with me, and so I don't know. Like the biggest reason why I would still want it to get repaired is the fact that I think it's still a decent phone. The design's outdated because apparently that was like the last generation of OnePlus phones that were going to be designed in that way. Like, and by in that way, I mean like most no, all smartphones though. Most smartphones back then were designed with a 16:9 aspect ratio that had like physical buttons on the bottom, that had a chin, that had a forehead, right? And the next generation after that were like going to be were these like more modern looking phones, like the taller aspect ratios, like say 18:9, all screen, everything, stuff like that. So like that was one of the other reasons why I didn't have it repaired. I have 21 pulls saved for Kazuha. 21 pulls. Are you at pity though? Like, what's your pity looking like? If you're at 0 pity, 21 pulls, there's always a chance if you get very lucky. But hey, I'm rooting for you. So the phone that I'm using right now is the phone that my dad bought at the same time for my brother at the same time as my OnePlus 5 from a long time ago. And I was the one that picked it for him. And now here I am, the one using it. Oh, man. How strange time is. Time is merciless and will not wait for anyone. Still grinding? I'm gonna spend $25. Grinding. How do you... Okay, wait. So, Clay, I'm assuming that you're someone that plays Genshin a lot. Like, you know, not by a lot, like, not... You know, but I mean like doing exploration, chest hunting, stuff like that. So like, how can you still grind? I'm just guessing, but you probably already found like all the quests, all the world quests, all the chests and stuff like that. So I don't know, how can you still grind? Okay, it's still easy for me to F2P right now. My luck is crazy on Star Rail. Wow, nice. I don't know why. I just can't bring myself to play Star Rail. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the waiting nature. Yeah. Maybe it's just that. I mean, okay. I know I played games like that before, like a long time ago. In fact, Gunbound was one of those games, and I really enjoyed Gunbound. But then, like, at the time, there really also wasn't any other option. Like, there weren't as many games back then as there are now.
One with nature.
Oops. Crazy how playstyle changes with constellations sometimes. And by playstyle, I mean like the way, like the habits that you have. They kind of changed. Like for example, okay, so my habit with Ganyu on the main account has slightly changed because it's actually faster to just click with the charge attack. Like hold click a little bit to do a charge attack, like when you're using C6 versus non C6. Like I don't know why, I'm just so used to pressing R. Ow. I don't know if anyone else uses Ganyu that way. I know I like to use Ganyu my way. Yo, what's up, Pie Mom? How's it going, man? Star Rail's kind of like Pokemon. What? Without catching the what? So how is it like Pokemon without... If you're not catching Pokemon, how is it like Pokemon then?
Gotcha. Here comes the cash. This way. This may turn a little. Roll. Yeah. Ha!
I see, as long as you're on an NA account, if you have time. Wait, what? Sorry, I don't understand your last sentence, Clay. You're almost 100%. Man, you guys are something else. Yeah, like in Sumeru, I've kind of just gotten lazy at 100%ing maps. I've never really, I mean, I've only done it on one account, and I don't even like. Okay, so I 100%ed, I think all of Liyue, most of Mondstadt.
We're way behind sketch born of ice and frost.
The only thing I didn't 100% in Mondstadt is
Didn't see that
what the?
coming.
Oh, you're still here. Dragon Spine. I don't know what it is about Dragon Spine. I just don't like it. Like, I don't like exploring there. Like, there's so much. I guess it's because Hoyo still wasn't in this mindset where they wanted to make exploration more convenient, either more convenient or less annoying. Back then. Like, I know in Inazuma they did something. They started to change that, where they included they gave us those like purple like teleporting things as long as you had like Khvarena or whatever it's called, and that was something. It helped make exploration a little bit less annoying, especially because there was so much verticality to exploration and the map.
Written in the stars. Let me scribe.
My patience.
You can bully me? I'm getting sick of this game.
And then in Sumeru they gave us the little like yellow star things that make us go Spider-Man.
I see everything. Here, play with me. Make yourself at home.
But in Dragon Spine, they already had a lot of verticality in the map, but they didn't have any of that. Plus, the sheer cold is annoying. I hate it so much. Oh, okay. Time for the star to shine. Okay. So, on different accounts, I have different characters that are like, that I consider to be like my best across the 3 accounts. On my main account, that's Hu Tao. On this account, it's Shogun. The 3rd account doesn't really have anyone that's like, it's actually my weakest account. Like, none of my characters there are stronger than any of my characters on the 2nd and main accounts. But it does have a bit more variety in terms of team building. Well, I guess not anymore. Since I got Shogun and Hu Tao now on the main account and the 2nd accounts, like the only wider variety that I have there, I guess, are Child, which I have not used for a very long time, and Eula, which I barely use. Okay, I guess it's not that much variety. It sounds crazy, but I get Pokemon vibes from the game. Okay, I mean, you feel what you feel, man. Alright, I'm not gonna judge you because like I haven't played it myself, and I've barely even seen footage of it, right? Like I've seen like very little footage of it, so, and I know what it looks like, but I don't know. Like I can't judge you for how you feel about it. Who knows? I might feel the same way if I played it. Also found use for the Claymore weapon I got. Shinyan has 12k. Claymore, I forgot, what was that again? Was that Skyward Pride or Gravestone? I think it was Gravestone. I think that's what I remember. They went saving for Kazuha, didn't, but got C6. Imagine saving. Page. Saving money is good, unlike spending $100 on a game in one day. That's why
Illusion shot. Going in.
you really shouldn't be spending money on video games, like, unless, okay, alright, So I'm gonna go dad mode here again for a little bit, and I apologize, but you really shouldn't be spending money on things like video games, unless if you already got your future set. Because like, okay, you spend $100 now, you spend $100 next year. For example, like almost every year, you spend about an average of $100 a year until you get to college. And let's say now you're in high school, so let's say that totals to about like $500 to $1,000. So that $500 to $1,000 that could be used, that could be like added to your tuition in the future. That could be your fare. That could be your lunch money. That could be whatever, right? And a video game doesn't last. Like sooner or later, video games are gonna have to go away.
Solidify. Gather.
What was that? What is that achievement? Also, where are the other birds? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just spending money on video games to me just feels like throwing money down a pit. Now I understand that pit is going towards your happiness, and it's not my place to tell people to do or what not to do with their property. Assuming it is your property. If you're a kid, then of course that's your parents' property. But hey, if you think your family is doing well enough, sure, by all means. If you think your parents aren't going to have a problem with it, then sure. But if you think they are, if you think they would, if you have any part of you that thinks that your mom or dad will think that, well, this we need like $300 more for tuition this month. We need $100 more for to pay electricity this month. What the? Well, okay, there. I don't know. I guess it's just me. Like, and I guess the thing that makes me like a little bit conflicted about giving whatever advice, or it's not even advice. It's, I guess I'm just spouting out my opinion. I guess is the way I was raised. Like my mom didn't specifically like teach this to me. She didn't specifically say like, hey RJ, you should do this, you should do that. When I was a kid, like growing up, it's just how I was raised, I guess, like how she brought me up, and it's what I saw. It was the example that I had. Just being super stingy, and everything. Well, as for the value thing, I kind of my mom isn't much to do research. She's rather closed-minded, and like because she's you know of a certain age, she has a certain wisdom and experience to her, right? But she's not really very open-minded to like all the new things and like doing research and stuff. So whatever, if she thinks like, if at first look she thinks it's good value, then she buys it. If not, then no. And the whole value thing, I guess I kind of just learned it myself, just through my own experiences. Yeah, but as for like the general like mindset of being stingy and not spending money on things that you don't need, I guess I got it from my mom, and not that she taught it to me specifically, because of how she raised me and her like the way she ran her household.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Kazuha. Now you shall perish.
Could you get this thing away from me?
Shine down. Teamwork is dreamwork. Huh? Eat this.
There you go. I'm watching stream and playing Star Rail at the same time. And this time, RJ, I'm not playing with one hand. Okay, that's good. That's good. We know what both your hands are doing though. Wait a moment. Wait. It still doesn't clarify though. It just clarifies that you're not playing with one hand. So are you playing with no hands then? What are your hands doing? That's it's a bit sus, my friend. A bit sussy behavior right there. There you go. Do this, because I want these gals to die ASAP.
No mercy. Things are about to get dicey.
Ah, thank goodness.
Solidify.
I didn't get the double cooldown. I was able to get my abilities out before the double cooldown thing. Okay. What was that 53k? I think I saw a 53k. Was that Hyper Bloom?
Stand with me.
Pop. Pop.
Out of my sight.
Pop. Okay. Wait a minute, that didn't sound right. I'm playing with my toes. Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. Although it doesn't sound the most convincing though. Telling us that you're not playing with one hand still doesn't sound very convincing. There's still room for a little misinterpretation in there.
Hey, the Temple of Wisdom. Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Our bond is strong.
Stabilize.
This may hurt a little.
I still have to say though, this account, I'm on my second account now, and this is still by far my strongest account. Especially like the Shogun team, the any team with Shogun in it, because like Shogun obviously is. So it's very obvious that it's gonna be the strongest Shogun team because it's a C2 Shogun. But I don't know, like I just feel like this account is overall stronger. Even I have better artifacts here. Like on average, like Xiangling has better artifacts, Xingqiu has better artifacts, Yelan has better artifacts. The only thing on this account that's weaker is probably just not having Ayaka, and just a weaker Hu Tao, but not by much. Although I gotta say my Hu Tao on the main account is, I would say I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon that I make a better Hu Tao. Cause yeah, that my Hu Tao on the main account is pretty, well, not the #1 Hu Tao in the world, at least like according to Akasha system. It's I'm 84, I believe. Especially in the Xingqiu Yelan double hydro category.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Is the Akasha system still like getting updated? Because I don't know why, but I like the last time I went there was like a few months ago. No, actually, oh yeah, I guess it was a few months ago. And when I changed my team lineup in my profile, even after a few days, it still didn't change on Akasha. Is that supposed to be how it works? I don't know. Okay, on PlayStation, I have to play with both hands. Oh, I guess you're playing on the phone. I guess you're playing on mobile. Oops. Hit. Okay, third time's a charm.
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Gather.
Let's play through the little. Make yourselves at home. Commit to memory.
Man, okay, I really am struggling here for energy.
Here comes the cash. Gotcha.
That was pretty fast. Probably okay. I impressed myself with that. That was probably one of my fastest draws just to hit his eye.
Quietly now.
Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Although this is one of my slower runs, I guess. Mostly it's probably because of the energy.
Busted.
Let's book. Okay, very nice. This is not compatible. The computer is broken, so I have to play on my second phone because my new one can't hold Genshin or Star Rail. You can hold Honkai, but what? Okay, when you say can't hold, are you talking about like storage wise, or just you said not compatible? That's weird. What does that mean? I guess like I might have a similar. I might have faced a similar situation. Like for example, so when I bought my laptop, it came with a free phone. It was a cheap like $100 phone. But and then like when I looked up Genshin in the Play Store, and it just flat out didn't have an install option. it just didn't have an install option. I guess it just knew that it couldn't run Genshin, or maybe it's like what you're saying, like the incompatible thing. Oh, stop! Where's the dragon thing? I want to be next to it. Ah! Well, there goes Xiangling. Okay. Man, that's one of the few situations where my high ping stabs me in the back. My ping's actually pretty low right now, relative to what it usually is. That's that's actually the lowest that my ping can get.
Here comes the cash.
But still, 200 plus ping. I'm still very jealous of some, like when I see other content creators, like for example, I think I see Envy with like 15 ping every now and then. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly.
Stabilize.
Gotcha. These are about to get dicey.
But like I know that some content creators have really low ping, and like sometimes it confuses me because like I think like where do they live? Do they live in a data center or something?
Busted.
Hi Jay, how are you? Long time no see. Yo, what's up, Shuri? Long time no see, man. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm just having some fun with Abyss. This was not actually meant to be an Abyss stream. I just ran out of time yesterday because I started so late. And I was too tired last night to do Abyss on the second account, on my on this account, on the second account. So I'm doing it today. I was actually meaning to do the Baiju story quest today. Baiju story quest and the Layla hangout.
Where do you think you're going? Teamwork is dreamwork.
Oh, Shogun's almost dead. That's not great.
Time to act.
Oh, get her to heal. Yes, okay. Thank you.
Witness the power of Kazuha. Goodbye. No, my sword.
Torn to oblivion.
Gloom is a the eternal oasis.
Magic Quest is good. Yeah, Jam back. Yo, what's up? Good to see you again, Lucas. How's it going, man? You're early today. Yeah, I am early today because the power is gonna go out at 1:30 this afternoon. They have a scheduled power outage.
Committed to memory.
Yeah, yesterday, yesterday and the day before, the scheduled power outage was at 10:30 in the morning, and that's why yesterday I streamed in the afternoon. But today the scheduled power outage is in the afternoon. That's why I'm streaming in the morning.
Committed to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Gather.
Grow, grow, grow.
Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the cash. Stand with me.
Solidify.
Quietly now.
Looking forward to 4.0 Fontaine. I'm bored of some arena. Question. If I logged in, I guess logged in my Google account and StarRail. If I use that same email for when it comes to PlayStation, will it restart or? I'm sorry, man. I don't play StarRail. Yeah, really, I don't. I've never even considered it.
There is no escape. Everybody stand back. Let's
Oh,
light it
oh
as
God.
adventure team.
I'm so sorry, Bennett. I was a little distracted. Good to see you again. I still remember telling you about me not being in a good spot. Things happen so fast. I'm so happy with work. Still, watching your streams. Oh, that is so sweet of you, man. Also, not being a good spot. I don't know if it's something personal. I hope everything's going well. You're happy with work. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, man. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good thing. Like, I think it's a bigger deal than what some people might think about. What some people might think about it. Because like work is like something that a lot of people spend so much time on, and not being happy with work, I think, is that essentially means you're not happy with a huge chunk of your life. Let's say, and even if it's just, let's say, like a regular day job, like an 8-hour a day, 40-hour a week day job, that's still, what, 8 hours out of 24 hours, that's still 30% of your life that you're not happy with, right? And I think being happy with your work is such a big deal.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Stabilize.
This may hurt a little. Committed to memory.
So I'm happy for you, man. Nice. How's your how you doing, RJ? I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm having fun. I wasn't as I guess stressed out about Genshin this patch. While most people think like stressed out Genshin, what? The thing is, I have 3 of my own accounts to take care of, my friend's account. So that includes quests, exploration, and as well as like stuff like hangouts and stuff like that. And by stressed out, I mean like I was able to like pace it out this patch a lot better than I did the previous patches. actually wholesome. Come and see people getting nice progress with stuff. Yeah, right. It just feels good like when work is going well. Like one other thing that can screw it up is like if you work with jerks. That's enough. Yeah, that's the thing that can screw it up. If you work with jerks, or if you just don't like the job, or even if you don't like, let's say even if you like the job, but then like your boss is just a jerk, or the people you work with a jerk. Yeah, that's something that could truly just mess it up. Have you tried Googling it? Although Star Rail's a pretty new game, I'm gonna assume that they probably haven't completely set up everything on that end. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I hope they did because like they're experienced from Genshin. I think I finished it on this account. Hang on. Okay, I did. Alright, so I'm gonna swap over to the main account. That's where I haven't done that's where I haven't done the Baiju story quest yet. Yo, what's up, ABC? Those Kenkis slapped you so hard they ended up... Wait, what? I missed it. Hang on. You ended up trying. I was a little distracted. I was trying to like do my... Okay, I have this like specific way that I start that chamber and that half. Especially when I'm running rational. And depending on the situation, if I'm at full energy, then I have to time Bennett's burst like almost perfectly. Like there's like very little room for error. But I have to time it quite well. I have to time it because sometimes the Animo one does his like slashing attack, and he does that a little bit earlier than when the Kinky the Cryo one dashes. So I have, and if I burst, if I burst like right before the Kinky the Cryo Kinky dash, sometimes it'll be a little too late to iframe the Animo slash attack, and then the Animo slash attack is gonna stagger Bennett, and then end up getting hit by the Cryo dash. So sometimes I have to pay attention to a lot of things. Sometimes I have to pay attention to my energy. If Bennett and Xiangling don't have energy, so I have to quickly E on Shogun. I have to quickly swap to Bennett, E on Bennett, dash, and then swap to Xiangling to catch the particles. And that's it. Like I have a very like I guess pattern. I already have like some patterns. And because I was trying to do that while looking at chat, that's how I got screwed. But it's fine. It's part of... If, in 1010's words, I'm stalling for content. Yeah. It's not a skill issue. I'm stalling for content. That's it. That's the truth.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
I gotta go. Maybe back. Not sure, but bye. Have a nice rest of your stream. Bye, chat.
lost?
Alright, thanks for hanging out with us, Cloud. Take care, man.
I'm not.
Did you know that there's an item in Honkai Star Rail that
I'm
lets
here
you
because-
choose the main
Hey,
stat
Chi-Chi. Hi, Gwen.
specific
What's
artifact?
that?
That is so cool.
Hi,
Players are so salty about this. That is so
Ah,
cool.
you've actually come at the perfect time.
Excuses,
This little boy
love.
seems to have gotten some luck.
No, listen to me.
Your dad.
Hang on. Someone said something about
To get lost
underwater.
Harbor.
The rumors. Okay, I don't know about rumors, but they did show a clip of Ether swimming right at the end of the stream of the special program. I don't know if you guys missed it. Maybe you guys closed it too early. I don't know, but I saw it.
Hey,
It was a clip of Ether swimming. It was like it started off with like a camera angle of some fish, a school of fish, and like some corals, and then later on switched to Ether swimming.
Chung Chung, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's
Why does he
condition?
pronounce it as Shung
much
Shung?
as you can recall.
Shung Shung?
Yes, Dr. Baiju.
Oh, Maybe I should turn off the music, huh?
I see. And your family lives near Chingsa village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Rite. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa!
Someone also
yeah,
mentioned
it is.
earlier
Do you
that
know
the
my mom
Baiju
got
quest
to
is
Baiju?
pretty nice.
I certainly do.
I'm sorry.
Chi-Chi, are there any
I've done
pressing
it
matters in the
3
pharmacy
times
at the
already,
moment?
and I've never really paid
Ayu's
attention.
parents
I'm
are
so
old
sorry.
acquaintances of mine. So I would
I know
very
it's
much
great,
like to assist with the
but
search.
I'm just-
Would the two of you have time to join me?
Maybe if I was younger, and if I, in my much younger years, I might have been able to enjoy content like this.
Oh, really?
I really would have
Well,
like
that's
paced it out, and
wonderful.
the reason why I'm
Chi-Chi and I
not
need to
skipping
clear
right now because I was blowing my nose into a tissue.
Thank you. Traveler,
I'm almost
Paimon,
completely better
why
though
don't
from
you
my
come
cold.
with me and I.
Just the I guess a little bit of post-nasal drip, and but nothing more. And there's no trace of it being green anymore. That means the infection's almost completely gone, or it is completely gone, and I'm still just experiencing just some symptoms, I guess, and my body hasn't like completely gone back to normal. That's what I forgot which doctor told me that, but a doctor once told me that a clue that you still have an infection somewhere in your body,
Excuse me, sir.
if you have a cold, is if your
Ah,
post-nasal
hey there,
drip,
buddy.
aka
Dr.
snot,
Elijah.
The boy asked
is
for-
green,
thank goodness
or has
for
a
an
hint of
update.
green in
Guards
it.
at the Luhua
If it's just
pool.
completely
The terrain
white,
there
then
can
that
be tricky
means
to
no.
navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will.
Sorry we weren't able.
That's okay.
You're going to get a diving license. You can get the info at Port Ormos by talking to an NPC. Really? Huh. That's interesting. Okay, I guess it is true. Be the description of my life, boy. His real personal life. Okay, I'm so sorry, man. Rhinitis for a decade. Oh, man. A decade? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know very much about rhinitis. I have heard of it, and I don't know much about it. But is it like
Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
is that something like asthma or something? You know how some people are asthmatic, and it's just there, like it just never completely recovers. Is rhinitis some similar to that? How important would you rate pulling Kokomi, especially with Fossilores? Is it Fossilores? I heard I heard Ashikai pronounce it as Fossilores,
Dad!
and but I don't know. It's a C, so to me it's a
My worst night.
at least in that sort of arrangement of letters. Similar to allergic reaction. Oh man, I'm sorry to
Seems
hear
in
that.
really bad shape.
Man, that's
We have to
terrible.
get her back to
You know,
the
okay,
Sybranax.
like that's the best
Hold on a
really I could do. Like sometimes I feel like
Come
my
on, Baiju.
sorry,
Don't tell
me
me
saying
why
saying
you
someone telling someone sorry, like whenever I hear that's the case. Like someone has an allergy, someone has like in this case rhinitis, asthma or something. I just say sorry like out of instinct because like it's just the right thing to do. But I don't truly like understand how it feels, and
There's no
I'm
need
happy
to. It is
that
the
I'm lucky
swore
enough to just not
besides.
have
It
stuff
was
like
my
that.
late
The
master's
only
dying
allergy
wish
that
to
I
be able to
know I
save
have
this
is like to
patient in
alcohol.
particular.
To certain alcohol. I still don't know which specific alcohol, but I get like if I drink the first time I went drinking, first time I went drinking out with my friends, my back, my front, and my neck were just completely red, and it was so itchy. It was so bad.
Well,
Thank
time is
goodness
of the
it didn't
essence.
like it had
Let's get
nothing
our-
to do with my throat, because I don't think anyone around me was educated enough to know about asphyxiation
Blockages within the- I see.
through an
Dr.
allergy.
Baiju?
So if it went through to my
Do you
throat,
know
like
what-
I don't know,
I'm
I would
not
be dead.
sure.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, my mom
No.
isn't
I
really
have a treatment
well,
plan
my
in
mom
mind.
is
We can
wise
start
and like she
tonight.
knows her stuff,
Come
but
and see me
she's
again
not
tomorrow.
exactly
Thank
the
you,
most
Dr.
If you still have-
knowledgeable when it comes to
However,
stuff like that, like science
Of
and
course,
medicine,
absolutely.
technology, anything.
Bye for now.
So yeah, and it was only me and my mom because my dad worked abroad. But it was only specific alcohol. Like, I don't know if the allergy got better because, like, after that, I continued to drink with my friends, didn't stop. Eventually, it sort of didn't happen anymore. But then I remember, okay, so I've kind of, like, overall quit drinking. I still drink every now and then, but, like, and by quit drinking, I mean, like, I'm not, like, rejecting all attempts to drink. But I do try my best to, like, avoid drinking. Like, I make as many excuses as I can just to not drink. Because I don't know, I think it's tiring. I think it's a waste of time. And while it is an opportunity to get together with your friends and, like, just let loose,
doing surgery.
to me, again, going back to my previous ramble about how I was raised, I just think it's a waste of money.
I thought I told you.
I don't think
Well,
I
it
can
is the
still
death
have
knell
fun
too, but
without
explained
getting
these
drunk.
days.
Okay.
At
Almost
least in
certainly
my
from his master.
from my perspective.
According to that pharmacist, my grandpa.
but
so
yeah.
my grandpa.
So, but
just
overall,
become
I've
a
kind of,
regular
you know,
doctor.
quit drinking.
There would have been, but according
And
to
I
the
remember
doctor,
an
no,
allergy
that's-
like a reaction
Even one
happening
thing I do
again.
know about Baiju is that he's
I think it was
obsessed
like
with the idea of
4 or
immortality.
5 years
But
ago.
whether that
And
has
at that
anything to
point,
do
I
with what
already
he
quit
saw
drinking for
anyway,
like 2 or
so
3 years.
I will be
And
sticking around here for now.
It was hard liquor. It was a little hard. It wasn't just beer.
After all that.
But I remember drinking several times already throughout my life. No, dozens of times already. The same hard liquor and not getting the same reaction. So I think it must have been because I stopped for a very long time. His English teacher says KKK. What? And not C. Okay, that's funny.
It's a new day. Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy
I mean,
and check out how
I don't know,
Yoimiya is
right? Because it's an O like right before, and then it's an right after, so it just feels unusual for the C to be a S,
Dad,
just like
you-
in the word because,
Don't worry,
right?
Dad.
It's
I got
it's
the
an
Adventurers Guild
what is
to
it?
help us look for
A
her.
vowel
And
and then
Dr.
C
Baiju's gonna
and then
help too.
another vowel,
Great.
right?
That's
Or
wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baiju.
My
I can't
pleasure,
think of any words.
really.
That's
Not
that
at
are
all.
similar.
You're still in
The
the early
NPC located in
stages.
Port Ormos, Samara
Director Who,
Vasco.
do you have any fur?
It seems like
Sounds very similar to the Earth King's
How did you
bear's name.
Though
Okay,
regret
I don't
to
know if
say
you guys will
Boo
know
Boo
that
Pharmacy cannot offer drink.
Atla reference. I'm a huge fan. I watched like all of it, the whole series, like probably a dozen times.
Yeah, I've been stuck.
Yes, of course. Everyone?
Chinese Genshin text. Genshin text. The Hydro gods' names were pronounced the K knots. Ah, okay.
Suffering now, RP.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna continue to read it as
Why
Folklores.
must you keep this
So,
a secret?
Who's there?
okay, to answer the Kokomi question earlier,
Why did you follow
I don't
us
know
here?
anything. I cannot like answer that question in reference
What
to
did I just
Folklores
traveler?
because I have no
I'm
idea what she does. I
instead
don't even know what she looks like.
Transferred some of
I've been lucky enough to have been able to
Can you please
successfully
explain all
avoid
this?
leaks. Like every time I see
My
something that
predecessors
looks
in
like it's
medicine
going to be a
forged
leak,
contract
I
with
like
Changsheng.
immediately scroll
Every
down or Alt
successor to
Tab
this
or just
contract
Control
is
W.
able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will
But as for
suppress the
Kokomi, I can
poison's
just give you
effects
like my
for a
answer about
limited
Kokomi.
time.
I think so. It depends
You
on
can
what
do that?
characters you have on your account, and what characters you want to use on your account, and what characters you want to get, what characters and what teams you want to get on your account.
I was treating
So if you're
She
ever
shouldn't judge a
interested
snake by
in
its
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec.
Nilu,
I was saying that the branch
what
of
is it?
medicine you study uses some
What's the
pretty
bloom thing?
dubious methods. So
I keep thinking Hyper Bloom. No, not Blue, not Hyper Bloom.
actually damage switching your own
her
body?
whatever bloom, her special bloom.
Still,
If you're ever interested in that, Kokomi isn't a must, but she is a decent option. Like if you ever consider running that team. No, not Virgin. It's the Bountiful, Bountiful Bloom team.
The poison in
Um,
Jialiang, yes.
If you're ever
let's have that
considering
as
to
well
have
as
that in the future, Kokomi is not a must, but it would be helpful just to have that additional like long term. Okay, because the only other character that has a similar off-field hydro AoE application is Mona, but her uptime is very low. It's only what 6 seconds out of a duration. Where is the duration on this thing? Cooldowns 12 seconds. Why is there no duration? What? It's not written? That is so weird. Wait, am I just missing it? Okay, I don't know, but from what I know, I think it's like 5 or 6 seconds with a 12-second cooldown. Sure, all right. It's a 6 or 7 second downtime, but then that means you also have to keep swapping to her every 12 seconds. And in some teams that might not be possible. Whereas with Kokomi's duration, I believe is 15 seconds. I don't remember. And then like you can refresh the duration just by bursting before the jellyfish is gone. Hang on, Kokomi, Kokoyu, Kokowi, Kokothe. There we go. Why did I press escape? What an idiot. Okay. Duration. 12 seconds. Okay, yeah, 12-second duration. Okay, yeah, you basically can have permanent uptime. Hang on. Let me think this through. 24 seconds. Yeah, you can have permanent uptime if you have enough energy recharge, or if you produce enough hydro particles for the team. You can have permanent uptime on your jellyfish, and it's a bigger AOE too. It's a bigger AOE on your hydro application, of course in a Nilou Bountiful Bloom team, of course the healing would be nice to have because you're killing yourself essentially in that team.
And I've hosted clinics at Chingsa Village many times in the past, if you ask me.
Well, again, in that kind of team, in a Nilou Bountiful Bloom team, it's not a must, but it is a nice option to have. Because we already have Dendro healers at this point. We have Baiju, we have Yao Yao, so she's not a must. Back then, she would have been like almost a must, but now not as much. In a Ayaka freeze team, or a Ganyu freeze team, she is almost a must, but not completely necessary, because you can just run Mona in that team. And if you feel uncomfortable not having a healer, like let's say for example you don't want to use Diona, you want to use another damage dealer like Rosaria, or if you want to use Ayaka and Ganyu at the same time, then obviously you're not going to have a healer anymore. But you could somehow make Mona into a healer by just choosing to not have TTDS and put Prototype Amber on her. Prototype Amber heals the whole team, which is nice. As well as so in that case, like and the fact that Prototype Amber exists makes it so that Kokomi is only almost a must in that team, and she will also only be a must if Prototype Amber didn't exist, and if you are uncomfortable with not having a healer in that team. But if you are okay with putting TTDS or like making Mona do good personal damage and not having a second damage dealing cryo option or cryo character, like just putting Diona in there as your shielder and healer, and having a little bit less overall DPS because of Diona doesn't do any damage, then right, in that situation, then you absolutely don't need Kokomi, unless if you want more hydro uptime. So she is, but then again, if you don't have Mona, the thing is too, Not everyone has Mona. Not everyone. No one knows when you will get a Mona. So that's another thing too.
Alright,
If you ever
everybody
need
calm
AOE off-field hydro
Back to the matter
application
at hand.
that is also a
Is
healer,
there any way at all for us to seek
and
counsel
also
from the
at the same
Adepti
time,
about
you know,
this?
a TTDS user,
Without
a potential
what?
TTDS user,
Oh.
and you don't have Mona, and you don't know when you're gonna get a Mona, which no one does, then at that point Kokomi becomes pretty valuable. But if you do have Mona, then Kokomi's value kind of goes down. But again, she still has her uses. It really
Well,
depends on your
this-
preferences, whether you want
of
a
the
healer or not.
Lantern Right.
But then again,
Our paths
Mona
have
can still be a
sensed the
healer.
presence of evil spirits.
Obviously, Prototype Amber
Is
is
this
not
why
going to
you
be as
called
good
me?
as Kokomi healing. So that's completely up to you, really.
Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Chinxa village. A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Chinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary, but when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral. I do not wish
I don't know.
immortality may-
I forgot who
treasure
asked
your
that
words of
question earlier. Hang
instruction,
on, let me
Master
check.
Adeptus.
Maybe I can still find it.
Farewell.
Oh, that was you, Shuri. Okay. I hope.
What
I don't know if that
strange
answered your
Adeptus.
question.
That's you.
If the god
I hope that.
Master.
how
Master.
did it answer your question, Shuri?
All the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened?
It's Jiaoyang. He was.
Already? Based on...
Everyone, back to Boo Boo.
Oh, speaking of Baiju, while it did. Okay. I'm glad. I'm sorry I gave you such a long answer. But I don't know. Like there's just I guess I just really like Genshin's like oh man, I'm about to go on a ramble again. So I guess I just really like
Dad,
Genshin's like
what's
combat
wrong?
system and
Don't be scared.
it's also
Dr.
connected
Baiju.
to my personality of
How is he
like
doing?
getting full value for as many things that I
Baiju,
get
you're
as I
back.
want.
Linguela.
Wait, please.
Yes, of
And
course.
maybe not everything. I can't do
Don't
that.
worry,
Of course,
I-
I'm not a machine. I'm not perfect. But just as many of the things that I get, and I want to get, I want to get as much value as I can from it. And same thing for like pulling who and what in Genshin. And I also just want to share because like that's kind of how it it's kind of how it rolls in my head. I also want to share that, like, you know, just so people understand why my answer is this or that. I have Mona, but I don't have a healer other
How are
than
you
Benny.
feeling, Dad?
So Kokomi is a
you
must
still
pull for me.
hurting?
Shuri, I don't know if you heard me mention
Said he needed to take a quick
Prototype
rest
Amber.
and asked me to
I
bring you
wasn't
by the
talking about
treatment
Amber
room.
the character.
He hasn't emerged yet, so he
Prototype
must still
Amber.
be resting.
Go look it up. Look it up.
Oh,
Trust me,
really?
you can make any Catalyst user into a healer
No.
I'll come with.
Don't
with
forget what-
Prototype Amber. It's a craftable Catalyst.
Baiju hasn't... Huh?
So as long as you give Mona enough energy recharge, which you will, because she is an ER scaling character, and you want energy recharge on her so you can spam Omen, her burst, to have the Omen buff as much as possible.
I had no other choice.
So yeah, healing's not going to
Jiangwei's
become an
design
option.
Is quite brilliant.
So, they've been outside.
So on my main account, oh really? I was planning on using Noblesse plus CTTS Mona, so I can use Bennett on the other team.
Surely
Yeah.
he
Like
has
if you're
no
okay, so
study
if
behind
it's
our
Abyss you're
backs.
thinking about, then the need for a healer kind of goes down a little bit. Of course, it is up to, it depends on your tolerance for how many retries you're willing to do. Right, because in Abyss you can just retry.
This formula
Right?
is
You
not
don't need a healer in Abyss. As long as you have the patience to
God
retry.
remains are extremely dangerous to be around.
Yeah,
Because
that's
humans have
the
no- I
thing with
fear that the
healers.
situation-
Never to sacrifice one's own
Healers
life
are
to
more
save
like just a
others.
comfort option in
Well,
Abyss.
I think in any
Because
case,
it just
her
reduces the
regular
chance that you're gonna have to
given
rage
that
quit at
she's
some
already
point.
been missing for several days.
Yeah. So it does
It's
reduce
me,
your damage, of
Traveler,
course.
Dr. Baiju.
But if you really can't stand not having a healer on your freeze
Dr.
team or
Baiju,
whatever
I've
team
already
your
done
Mona is
so
in,
much. After all,
then
if it wasn't for me,
yeah.
she wouldn't have. I'm sure.
Put Prototype Amber, sacrifice a little bit of damage, a little bit of the damage lost from not having TTDS, and put
This
Prototype
triple-
Amber on Mona.
I never expected to live this long. There's only one thing I fear now.
Very well.
But then again, here's the thing too. Yeah, here's something that you also have to think about. So if you sacrifice TTDS on Mona,
Dr.
right? You don't have
Baiju,
TTDS on Mona,
Are you heading out?
Yes.
and you
Please
just go
add an
with
extra
Prototype
measure of
Amber.
mistgrass
You will
pollen.
still get the Omen buff, and then
Up to it
but then
now.
like Mona does have that advantage with her is, even if you don't give her TTDS, Mona still has a way to increase the team's damage because of her Omen, her burst. Whereas if you know, with Kokomi, she doesn't have the Omen. She has better Hydro uptime, sure. She has better Hydro uptime. She could have potentially 100% Hydro uptime, but then she doesn't have the Omen. So her having healing makes up for the fact that you don't need Prototype Amber on Kokomi. You can just go with TTDS to make up for not having Omen. Now, I don't know the math around that, which would be more damage. I'm sure it probably depends on your team. It depends on how well built your like the main, like whoever you're giving TTDS to.
Jialiang, can you sense which direction?
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
depends a lot.
this way.
I don't know the math. I don't know how to do the Genshin math. It's mostly, I guess, just a vague like feeling that I can kind of just am
sure of
able
it.
to get because of experience, because of how long I've played the game and how long I've been like min-maxing this and that character. Hey, what's up, Onoko? Good to see you, man.
I feel a dull ache in my heart.
I don't know which
must
one
be
would
the
be
way.
more damage. Right, because Omen gives a pretty big buff. At level 9 burst,
This place
that is a
feels
58%. Like, okay, my Mona's burst is, yeah, here. Okay, I crowned mine, but at level 9, this is I think 58%, and any enemy affected by this, takes, let's say level 9, right? Let's say for example just level 9 takes 58% more damage, right? Compared to TTDS, which is a 48% attack buff to someone. Depending on what character that is, depending on your team, depending on your builds, etc., attack percent like may or may not reach the point of diminishing returns. So I don't know. But then like again, there's also the chance that maybe the characters in your teams have so much damage percent already. I don't know how this is calculated. I don't know if it's calculated as damage percent or if it's just calculated as its own thing. If it is calculated as its own thing, I'm willing to bet that this is more damage than the 48% attack buff from TTDS. But if this is calculated as damage percent, in the same way as damage percent is, then I'm willing to bet that I don't know. I'm willing to bet that I don't know which one's more damage. You see the Fontaine
There
leak?
is an
No,
inauspicious-
I
remember this
I do
place.
not see leaks. They are invisible to me.
Are you
No.
Double the damage. Omen is not equal the bubble. Equal to the bubble. Isn't Omen? I don't know the terminologies really, but I often refer to the damage like debuff, like the no, not damage debuff. This enemy debuff as Omen duration. Oh yeah. There, see, Omen duration. So yeah, I just I just use the term Omen, as like the damage debuff. I don't know like the proper terminologies for it, but that's, you know, when I say Omen, I mean like the damage debuff to enemies. 3.7? Oh, I saw it, of course. Yeah, it's not a leak. It's official, man. It's not a leak. Why would it be a leak? Hoyo did it personally. It's not a it's not a leak if it's official. I saw it. It was right at the end. And also, I think you weren't here. Yeah, you were not here. You weren't here yesterday. I streamed yesterday, and the title. Oh no, it wasn't yesterday. It was the. Oh, that was my Monday stream. That was my Monday stream. I titled it as underwater in Fontaine, something like that.
Judging by the
and I even used a screenshot. I even used a screenshot of the same clip that you're thinking of as the thumbnail for that stream. Oh, you know what? I may as well use this just to run around, but I'm still not using it for combat. I'm sorry, Baiju. Oh, wait. Oh, this is okay. I just realized what this thing is, like why this like dendro thing is coming out. When I first the first 3 times that I did this story quest, I was so confused. I was like, how is Baiju's thing coming out? Even though I didn't use Baiju's skill. And then I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. I watched one of Zajeff's videos talking about, I think it was Zajeff. Yeah, it was Zajeff, yeah. Oh no. It was I Went to Lose. I Went to Lose this week, I think. Yeah, this week. Talking about the fact that his, I think it was C2? Yeah, it was C2 and C6, I believe. C2 and C6 make it so that you basically don't even need to put Baiju on the field. Like, he just kind of can be in your team, and then part of his kit, like a majority of his kit, is accessible even without taking him out. Right? Even without taking him out on the field. Like, you don't even need to swap to him to access most of his kit. Trial whale. Right? And I remember I Went to Lose talking about this. And so, because I saw that video of him talking about it, now I finally understood why when I do this, in this story quest, that's happening. I was really confused about it when the first 3 times that I did this story quest.
No touching.
And then now I understand. It's apparently Baiju's constellation.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster
A monster
You free-to-pay whale.
The incense was burned several, no doubt, an encounter with after them.
You watched that video too?
Right.
Yeah, right? Like, and so it wasn't just Baiju's kit that he was talking about, he was also talking about Star Rail's release. I don't know what Hoyo has against these characters that have existed or like the public has known about for a long time that are released so late into the game. A good example of that is Sino. They seem to really do them dirty.
It's right up ahead.
Right? Like, everyone's known and seen known about and seen Sino for a long time now from whatever trailer that was from a very long time ago. And then he was released very, very late into the game. Oh, not very late, obviously not. It's not like he was released in Natlan or Snitchnock, but still, not early into the game, despite him being one of the first characters that we've seen in the game. Right, so they did him dirty, and I feel like Baiju, while not as at least this is purely subjective. This is purely my opinion. Baiju, I feel like may not be as bad as Sino, but he definitely isn't good. Like, they did him dirty in a certain way, in certain ways, not just one way. Like the timing of his release, of course, I know Hoyo couldn't have avoided that, but then again, like, I guess there was a way that they could have avoided that by like just running reruns instead of rerun banners instead of releasing a new character. I don't know. And another thing too is Yoimiya. Okay, Yoimiya I guess is a different case, like, because she's not a character that we've known about for a long time. But they I don't know, they hate Yoimiya, man. Why do they hate Yoimiya so much? Yoimiya is such a lovely girl. She's such a lovely spirit. Like, they seem to do her so dirty every time. And again in her coming rerun. She's only had a banner out for 3 times. And they're all, I don't know. Man, I feel bad. Oops, what? Why did I press E? Yoimiya have story quest act 2. Gotta go, but come back in a few minutes. Oh, alright. Also Miko for existing like forever before release. If I didn't remember wrong. Existing forever before release. What do you mean? I don't know. When did we find out about Miko? The first time I found out about her was, I think, drip marketing. Yeah, before that I didn't know anything about Yai. I don't know if Yai had other, like, if they showed off Yai any time before the drip marketing. Venti Act 2. I'm gonna assume that people just like Yoimiya. I mean, like, I know, like, everyone, I guess everyone knows that people like Yoimiya.
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
But then I think it's like the casual, like, players. No, maybe not players. No, not players. I wouldn't. Yeah, it is players, obviously, because they play the game. But it's the people that are more interested in, like, the story and, like, the less combat-oriented people.
The god
I think.
remains here are encroaching on her. If we don't eliminate it soon.
Then what are we waiting for?
And I guess even if you okay, now that I'm thinking about it, it does seem to be partly a business decision. Like, if you think about it, some combat-oriented people, some more meta players, and they just so happen to like Yoimiya's playstyle, they're gonna have to be forced to pull for Yoimiya, despite another banner that they're gonna have to pull for after that. Like like Kazuha, for example, right? In this case, in 3.7, it's gonna be Kazuha right after, and if in case they don't have Kazuha yet, they're gonna have to be forced to pull for Yoimiya because they like Yoimiya, and they're, Yoimiya is pretty good actually. She's not the best pyro, like, single target DPS that we have, but she's very she's very comfy in the overworld, and she's pretty good in Abyss too. And
of course.
And if someone who likes her playstyle and knows how good she is,
I am sure that over the years,
then they're gonna be forced to pull for Yoimiya when she reruns, despite the fact that another banner right afterwards they're gonna have to pull for, and probably not have enough primos for. Possibly, very possibly enticing them to spend money, if that makes sense. So it seems like partly a business decision to screw over Yoimiya every time.
That's what generations of
especially because Yoimiya isn't the best.
They chose was indeed a
and
heroic one.
The fact that I mentioned that
But when I think of those
there were like 2 main conditions for people to pull for Yoimiya: people who know how good she is and know how to use her, and know how to min-max her, and at the same time
If you could
that
only see
like
him now.
her playstyle and or just
took
like
me
her
all the
character
way to
so much.
Liyue Harbor
So that's a very
to see the
niche
doctor.
demographic.
And he even got the...
And because it's a very niche demographic,
I've
most
said
of the
my
time
goodbyes.
the niche demographic,
As
like
you
those
wish.
types of people are more likely to pull for character for something to get what they want, even if there's a chance they might not get what they want. Not there's a chance they might not get another thing that they want because they got this. I don't know if that made sense, if I explained that
I'll take
properly.
Why would these memories come to
I'm
mind
guessing we're probably
now?
will get Venti Act 2 more when we get closer to the middle, later stage of the story. Venti and Morph, I just got too much related to Celestia. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's true. Because like I think it's pretty hard for them to avoid Traveler asking Venti without the audience thinking,
Here.
why aren't you asking Venti? Right? Like it's pretty hard for them to keep Venti involved in the story and not have players think like that.
Jialiang! Jialiang!
So I think that's one of the reasons why they're kind of trying to avoid having Venti in stories.
Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strained?
Dr. Baishu. I'm,
That's right. Of course, whether it will but however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes. But
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up?
it's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name.
Elixir
And it
of
would have had no
immortality.
effect were it
Huta was
not for
like,
Jialiang's
"You're taking
iron
my
will."
business.
In the end, all I know is
I
that
won't
if
have
an
any
even
customers if you make
without
that."
Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may.
No wonder he... All I wanted was leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity. One Chi-Chi was a...
You stay away from my dad!
According to text,
Oh,
Venti
is
is
that
in
right?
some way related to Istaroth. Istaroth is the god of time, isn't he?
Traveler.
And there's a
Help
temp
catch you
no,
up.
not a temple, but like a thing somewhere in Mondstadt that is, I guess, like a temple to him. No, not a temple, more like an altar or something.
it feels like it was a...
A big like not a sundial, but like a clock-looking thing.
Wait up!
It actually there is actually a
Don't mention
world
it.
quest
Just your duty, huh?
related to it that is also related to the island, the island that's not shown on the map, like to the far northeast of Mondstadt.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Shenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right.
the other hand, have
My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
I'm Chung Shung. I'm always around Baiju's neck. And if he doesn't play nice, I'm gonna strangle him to death.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not.
I have to say, Jiangli.
Dialogue
It
said
was a
twice.
stroke of
Bugging game. Wait,
No,
wait, I
not
actually
at
didn't
all.
pay attention.
But
What do you mean?
I'm
Said
not
twice?
Just Baizhu. Life forces.
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. When I
Help
treated
Raiden
Jiao,
to
there
plant
is no
Sakura
need to
tree
worry about
and save
any long-term
Inazuma. Oh, yeah,
consequences
yeah,
to
yeah.
my
I heard about that. I heard about that.
The reason I
I
left
didn't.
our
I don't really
master,
read
in
text.
the end,
Reading's not my strong
disciples of
point,
Shenyu
so
Vale.
I'll listen.
Baizhu,
I'll listen to
I
other
can
people
tell,
as they
can
talk
you
about it.
Still stop before it's too late.
I think you know the answer.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me...
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you. They will all...
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can...
No. That voice was dudded by RJ.
What did Young Lee mean by
Okay.
not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, you're serious? Sure, you thought it was said twice?
That doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract
No.
with you helps people live.
Oh my god. Oh, that's why. That was me.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge
That's
to
funny.
rid the world
Okay,
of
that's
pain
actually
and
funny.
suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chen
Yeah, also
Vale
she's involved
could
in the
cure any
Economia
illness
civilization.
known to mankind.
She is. Wait, how is
The
Istaroth
doctor
involved in
sought the
Economia?
herb lord, but
I knew
found
about the
only a
whole
white
like
snake.
Istaroth,
Its breathing weak and its power
Makoto,
all but spent.
yeah, Makoto thing. Oh no, not
Sign
Makoto.
this
Like
contract and let our lives be
no,
joined.
yeah, Istaroth,
And I
Makoto
will
thing,
impart
like where
to you
Istaroth
secret
allowed
how to
her
heal.
to go back in time and
Be
put
warned,
the
this
seed,
art
plant
will
the seed
harm
down
only
for the shrine,
With
whatever
means
tree it
beyond
is,
human
the fox
ken,
tree, whatever.
The doctor could now reverse the
But then, like,
process of
because A was somehow
And yet,
outside
the
of the
time still
timeline, I
came
don't
to
know,
say goodbye.
outside of the
Only
timeline,
now,
so she
the
kind
one
of
departing was the
just
doctor,
saw that it was
his
there.
life force
No,
spent.
it for her, it
His
just
final
popped
act
out.
in life
It
was
popped
to
out, while
pass on the
everyone
contract
sort of saw
to
it
his
there
final
for a very
patient,
long time.
his
For her, it
favorite
sort of just popped
disciple.
out.
The
And that's my
disciple
understanding
chose
of
to
it, like
dedicate
because
their
A
life
was outside
to
of
saving
somehow the timeline. I don't
lives
know
of others.
the timeline that was affected by it.
And
And then when she went back,
upon
like to her, it was strange that the tree
followed in
suddenly
these
came out of nowhere.
footsteps.
But I don't know how Istaroth is involved in
Since I
Economia.
inherited this contract, I've
I don't know why your
always
stream is
respected
playing.
the path
I was shocked for a
taken by
second to
my
hear dialogue
predecessors,
play twice.
and followed it myself.
Okay, I was so confused. I really thought that it was a
That is
bug that I
until
didn't,
I
I didn't see because I really am not paying attention to the
save
story.
my own
If you
disciples,
can see, I'm just rambling while he's
She
like,
begged me not
he's
to
rambling
use up
too.
my own life force. She said that this art is
Oh,
a poison
alright,
chalice,
that was
an
funny.
evil and unnatural
That
practice.
someone thought that
She
was
did not
really
wish
like
to
in the
sacrifice
game.
one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away? Just as patients' families
I don't
do
know. Who,
at their loved
how
one's
do you?
deathbed.
I don't know. Which one of you
Are
guys
not
actually paid
lives
attention to
cut
the Baidu
short
story
by this
quest?
contract,
So
just as
I kind
worthy
of
saving
what I understand
as
from it
any
is
patients?
like there seems to be this guy who's
What
sick
is this
and
contract to
some
us?
like I guess his wife, his
Medicine
son, I don't know
or
who,
poison?
is
Alas,
trying to make
I
him
no
better
longer have
by
enough time
using
left
a dead
to find the answer.
maybe like a dead
I
god
entrust
or
to
like
your
a dead
care
demon, whatever
both Chang
like,
Sheng
powers
and this
or
final question.
virus I don't
May
know
you find a remedy
to try to
for
cure
this
him, and it's leaking
conundrum,
out into the land
which
and
is
making him
Eula's
even more sick. I
soul.
don't know, that's kind of what my understanding of what it is.
Time and again.
But
matter
my
how
question
much I
is like,
try
who
to
is
warn
that
them
lady,
or
and
balance
how
their
does
chi,
she know
we
Changsheng?
can never save them. And you?
Hey, welcome
What's
back, Klee.
your answer?
I didn't even
If I
start.
abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life
I
in
can't
front
I
of me
can't
that
imitate
deserves
like
to
the
be
way
saved,
she speaks.
why
There's-
shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again,
ladies,
it's
Baiju
the
senpai.
same
Oh,
answer.
okay.
So be it. Close your eyes.
Sick guy's wife. Yeah.
Who knows how many more people
Zhang
would take on this
Lia,
contract?
Zhang Ling. I don't know.
None. This contract
Jialing, I think.
will
Jolly,
end
sure.
with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament.
Hosts.
All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
All
But
my
when
hosts
one with
have
an
been most
altruistic
pure
nature
of heart.
gains access to this art, though they know better, they are like moths
Stop
that
it.
throw themselves into the flame.
So,
I suppose
Wait a moment.
that would make me a moth that yearns for the light. But
Isn't that-
I have nothing but the utmost respect.
He's kind of like Voldemort,
What makes a
right?
if disease is
Like
many
the
may view
only
that I
the
don't
difference
want
is that
those who come
Voldemort's
after me to
snake
lose
sort
their
of makes
lot
him immortal,
precisely.
whereas Baiju's snake
For a
is
selfish-
like, I guess, shortening his lifespan. I don't know. That's my understanding of their relationship. These are they? It's worth it. What's worth it? Hang on. Been here the whole time. Once you finish the quest, can you join my world and see my exploration?
I do envy Paimon sometimes.
True.
I'm
And
sorry,
yet,
Clee. I might not have
are
time
such
for it
thi-
today because the power is gonna go out. Oh no, I have to go pick up my son from school in less than an hour, and after that, obviously lunchtime, and then after that, the power is gonna go out because there's a scheduled blackout today, and there has been actually a scheduled blackout every day this week. So yesterday it was 10:30 in the morning, and the day before it was 10:30. Today and tomorrow it's going to be 1:30 in the afternoon. And that's why I'm streaming in the morning today. Okay. So that is it for this account. Is the main account. Time to do Layla's hangout on the third account. I'm sorry, Clee. Thanks for understanding, though. I appreciate it. Prolonging his lifespan by nature grants him power of transferring incurable disease from other people onto himself, which then ends up chipping away his own life force. Prolonging his lifespan by nature. Oh, God. Wow. That's rough. So that's terrible. I mean, like it's wonderful. What a wonderful person, right? Would do that. Like that's only a wonderful person would ever do something like that. But wow, that's rough. So you have a very long life, but then like obviously your life's gonna get shorter, and it's gonna become a hell. It's gonna become a living hell because you're gonna have several dozens or maybe hundreds of incurable diseases the whole time. So imagine okay, imagine if you only transferred one person's incurable disease to hang on. I need to open up pictures for this. Pictures of like the routes. Sketchy. Okay. The dialogue changes, or like the dialogue choices. Okay.
I was originally looking up some
I have it.
information at the House of... I should have been done with
Imagine
that.
if you're only able to like get one person's incurable disease throughout your whole contract, and then like let's say your lifespan got extended to like let's say 500 years, something like that, right? So that means you're gonna and that disease, that incurable disease, is cancer. So that means you're gonna have to live with cancer for 500 years.
Yes, but the risk... if you want its help, by getting it...
Orochimaru. That is actually true. It is actually true, yeah. Sounds sketchy. Okay, this is one.
Really? But
Alright, so where is the
take up
next
your
one?
time.
Next one is... okay. Over in the library, much later.
Okay. Among
Why does it feel like
hasn't been
Baiju was originally written to be
I
sinister,
don't know.
but they suddenly did this asshole as an excuse for him wanting immortality? It is very much Orochimaru, right? Orochimaru sort of wants to live forever because he wants to just keep on researching. I don't know what Baiju's motivations are. But right, they have a lot of parallels. Parallels. There you go. They have a lot of parallels.
I got a response. Yeah, so I submitted a.
That sounds.
It's quite simple.
Oh.
Okay, so come back in a. However.
I see. I'm gonna go right.
He keeps Chi-Chi to study. What? Really? He teases context in a real dodgy way. Oops. And Shinna, his quest reveal a true reason why he wants immortality. Yeah. I really didn't pay attention. So why does he want immortality?
Finally. I'll come back
Hey,
tomorrow.
welcome back, Anoko.
I see. Alright then. Time to...
Alright, the next one I'm looking for is It Might Be Messing With You.
This, let's take the thank you. Okay. However, follow, consider what? It's but I'm running out of...
This one.
Suppose that means the Celia is someone
I
who's
think that's
very strict and serious about
Okay, yeah.
knowledge.
I think this is it. This is now straight through to the end. To the first ending.
It's Cecilia we're talking about. Okay, we have the red stamp. There's the let's go.
Do I?
Oh.
Well, I do happen to have. Huh? I just. Well, one time, of course, I was a little.
I just saw
then
Layla's ears for the first time.
But given how popular
She's an elf?
It was closed that.
I see, but what?
Don't look so surprised. You're welcome.
I didn't know Layla was an elf. Alright, so, okay. Before, I've always thought Layla's design and demeanor was always like an 8 out of 10 for me.
Well, it is
The fact that she's an elf, and the first time like I saw her ear just now, instantly gave her 3 more points.
So what do you mean?
No.
I trust that.
I mean, like Klee is an elf. Klee, I'm assuming. Oh no, yeah. Alice is definitely an elf because like she's very long lived. There's also the Fatui guy.
Oh, hello there.
Who's the Fatui guy? Like the
Hello, I'm a
yeah,
student.
the Fatui guy, like the mayor. Yeah, and Nahida's an elf too. No, not mayor. I don't know what he is, but I know he's like a politician or something, or someone powerful. The guy with a long nose.
Okay, some things we heard were... Yeah. First, then, well, from there...
Okay. I think I remember this. I remember this. I did this I did this last night.
It once...
Okay. I think it was this one. Interpret this. Interpret this. No. Okay. Associate this. Trigger association. And then submit conclusion, I believe. Yeah, okay, we got it.
Okay. First, the possible next, then the question.
Nida is a branch of tree. She is technically, so that is like confusing to me, right? Because like technically, isn't she something? Isn't she part of the tree? Like that Rukadevada made. So how is she an elf? How does she have a race? Elf, eye stockings, unique eye pupils. It's just S tier design. I know, right? And that's why I said, oh, I haven't opened this apparently. And that's why I said, Layla was already an 8 out of 10 for me, design-wise. When I saw her ears, when I saw her ear just now, made me realize she's an elf. Instant 3 more points. Yeah, instant 3 more points for me.
Let's try using the elemental monuments in the area.
Let's try. Yeah, I can't do a female voice. Okay. Hey.
The weather today is perfect for
Well, they kind of just take forms, I assume. I guess so. Zhongli is also an Archon, not human by nature, but takes on human form. That makes sense. But then again, like Zhongli, while an Archon, isn't he an Adepti too? I don't know. I have no idea what an Adepti is. Right, like is an Adepti like the like super powered beings that are like with Zhongli, or is an Adepti a type of being? From my understanding, isn't that like some sort of like enlightened beast, or I don't know the term. Right. RJ, did you ever hear Lisa panting in Japanese? Bro. I played Genshin from like day 15 of the game's release. You bet I did. You bet I have. Yeah, because way back then. Way back then. Genshin didn't have the option to uninstall different language packs. Yeah, like in fact, like yeah, way back then. All the languages were just with the game. They were just installed with the game, and you didn't have the option to uninstall or install specific ones. If you had Genshin, then you also had access to all the languages, and that's it. You had no choice.
I had no any clear evidence of my as for this. Well then, does that answer? If she could, she might. After all, no one knows. I trust that she's.
Zhongli is Bishop. He's a dragon.
Please don't share any. Thank you for.
Oh, illuminated. It suddenly came to me. Illuminated beast. Isn't that what an Adepti is? Also, Onoka, I think you were the one that told me that the first time. I don't remember, but someone in chat told me that the first time, like almost a year ago. We had a great time learning about it. That was funny. So, whoever that was, I think that was you. If it wasn't you, then it might have been someone else. Thank you. That was absolutely hilarious. While I'm here, I might as well do this. I really like the way that Hoyo is like doing these their quests. Like in this case, it's a hangout quest. They're making it so that they are leading us towards other content. While I know it sounds like I'm being spoiled, like why if I want to experience the content, why shouldn't I just go out and look for it, right? I know that there's an argument for that, but I don't know. The type of players that Genshin has is just one man store. I'm one of them. I'm gonna admit that I'm rather spoiled. And I don't want to have to like run around aimlessly hoping to find something. I'd rather just have it all like, ooh shiny, ooh shiny, ooh shiny, like it all like interconnected with each other. And I just want to go into dog mode. There's some satisfaction to it, I guess. I don't know if other people might have other opinions about it. Where am I going?
Easy money.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that was one ending already. Okay. What a dum-dum. Let me see. I think this was in the library. Play game in Japanese. We just started playing. I had a roommate. The partner thinking I bought a girl home. What? Okay. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. I mean, isn't that good? I mean, well, it's good in one regard, but also sad in another regard. Like, the fact that your friend thought that you brought a girl home. I mean, bad that, like, I don't know what your agreements are with your roommate. If you're allowed to bring girls home. It's good in one regard that, hey, I thought you brought a girl, and then sad in one regard, it wasn't real.
Finally, I wrote out my question and put it in the book.
Once you return to the tower with lens, apply electro on the lens. Got hidden armor. What? Okay. Alright. Okay, you know what? I'm so sorry, Layla. Please excuse me a moment. Family principal and the second throne. Hang on. About Istaroth, Yoimiya. Oh, hang on. I have to pay attention here. It branches out over here in the next one, I think.
However, follow, consider what it's but I'm ready.
Oh, Jack, she basically helped. Okay, it might be missing. Okay. This is towards ending 2.
I could tell
And
you're a
I need to
very
check.
kind
I need to
person,
make sure that this is going
never
to
expected that
ending
you'd go
2
this way
because
to
ending
help
2
me.
branches to 2
I'll
and
definitely
3.
think of a way
Here
to
it is.
make it up to you once I take care of my thesis. Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it left. The first, what's this road of wit? Wait,
Civilization.
it was so
Help them
after seeing the city,
establish the civilization after they got impacted by the war. It sank to the underground.
Feeling so,
There's text saying dragon is only one form among many he takes on. Still, not sure. You can call him a total dragon from the very beginning. Yeah, because like I think I recall someone. Please listen to Mona's voice line about Venti. Oh, Mona's voice line about Venti. I thought you meant Venti's voice line about Mona. Okay. I think I remember that. I think she said something about like drunk bard, he's always drinking, something like that. I don't know. There.
Venti, the bard that sits around doing nothing all day. What's so interesting about him? Sure, I guess I.
Oh no, it is the right one.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah. Someone told me about it. I don't know if it was you. Someone told me about this a long time ago. Like almost a year ago. I don't know if you missed it, but I said this a few minutes ago.
Make it stop! All right, I'll never do this again.
And that's why Venti is the best Archon.
Osmanthus, why?
Was doing research myself too. I can't believe it, man. I mean, I mad respect for you, Lucas. For like you're like the researcher, and I'm just like someone who just reads the book in university. You're like the researchers that actually went to Egypt and like digging around in the sand. While I'm just the college student that just like sitting in university complaining of why do I have to read this.
I was distracted and I didn't notice
Oh, hang on.
at all. The poor thing was sound asleep.
Excuse me, guys.
I stepped on its tail,
I need to.
It bolted straight up. I freaked out and ran as fast as I could. There were actually
I need
more
to check. Hang on.
sleeping nearby, and they were all faster than me.
11:25. Oh, wait, is this today? Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, I'm sorry. I was checking like Messenger to see if our If my son's teacher messaged us to see if if we could pick them up already from school. Because sometimes, especially because today is an exam, is their exam day, so I thought that they would dismiss early. Apparently, my wife also asked me something. Hang on. Excuse me. This was like 40 minutes ago. Hang on. Excuse me a bit, guys. Hang on, sorry. Where is it? I thought I sent it to her already. Okay, yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Back to our scheduled program.
Yeah, I
Alright,
also.
RJ. Hey, good night, Clee. Hey, I'm happy you're sleeping.
Losing it before I even finished registration.
You're sleeping early again and not staying up super late like you always do. Nice, nice. Hey, good night, Clee. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. So what was it? The Sealy. Okay, okay.
Yeah, losing it. I think if the seal. Hope the Sealy's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by a video. Yeah.
You know, Ben and Official together are. I think I Went to Lose already made that joke like almost 2 years ago. I can't believe you brought it up again. I Went to Lose made it in one of his videos already, but thanks for bringing it up.
And in a really see, it knows
Playing English in Genshin in English. My boyfriend thought I was cheating on him because I was talking to Kazuha.
Let's just say there's another devastating and let's.
Y'all should really chill. People should really start to chill out. Like, just because you hear someone's voice on you know, on a phone or on a computer somewhere doesn't mean it's a person that they're talking to.
The equipment was a little heavy, and I didn't notice that the ground.
Don't forget the hidden
was
Arna.
mud.
Oh,
After
thank
I
you.
hit the
Yeah.
next
Okay.
thing,
Hang on. Not really.
It's a fish. To pay off the damage. Bingo. After all, of course. Although, but anyways.
Alright, excuse me for a moment, Layla. I'll be back in a jiffy. I just have something to take care of. What?
Stabilize.
Oh man, okay, that's fine. Oh no. This little guy will be lonely. These two guys will be lonely. They'll be looking for their mama and their brother or sister. Let's get them back together. Yep, they're all back together now.
One with nature.
Don't worry, no one's gonna miss anyone. Not anymore. Electro, okay.
The threads of your fate lie in...
So, how do I find him? Do I use this? Or... left without a sound? Seems to be hiding, see, mirror, okay. So, how do I find him? Oh! What? Oh, right, that's... okay, that's nuts. That's crazy. I
Who's
didn't
our
actually
target
know
this-
about this. Ouch. Okay. Is that it? I can't talk to him? What's up with the hidden Aranara? Don't go. Oh, okay. Geonosis. Electronosis. Electronosis. No, like N-O, cis. No cis.
Behold.
At the back of the tower. Oh. What was that for? Okay, I guess that's to help out with the cave with chests in it. I haven't unlocked that, you know, with any of my accounts.
Let's go
I did
get
unlock it on my friend's account, but not on mine. Why is the Jade Plume Terror Shroom the best boss? Because he's a fun guy. No, I should change my voice. I should change my voice.
Place down the street might be somewhere close by. Here, it's over here. Let's see.
You need to find 76 RNR. Yeah, that. Could you please get the pillar out of the way? I'm so sorry, Layla.
Anyway.
Child is not a child. Child spelled with E. Child is an adult spelled with an E. Shuri, are you okay, man? Is everything okay? You know you can talk to us, right?
This is the I came here, but they were a group of treasure hoarders and not some. However, I didn't know then. Event it took. I don't know.
Oh.
I faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru City, but this incident is one that I regret. I could have stepped in to help that family.
So where is the
would it have
Sealy?
ended differently?
I'm looking for a response that starts with Sealy. The Sealy, I think. Yeah, this is it. Okay. That's the second ending.
We're probably getting close now.
I'm trying to be Sino. You don't get my jokes.
Quake.
This should be Sino's new VA.
Just as I thought. The Sealy must have placed it.
I don't know about VA, but joke writer, sure. Yeah, definitely.
Whatever it is, I'm ready.
Alright, I really thought my cold is almost completely good, but this is annoying.
guess not.
It keeps giving me that feeling that my that tight feeling in my eyebrow.
Whatever, thanks, but I'm fine.
My voice is VA worthy. Hey, I'm sure it is, man. Second voice Kali, Raiden, Yai. Whoa, that is okay. Ah, yeah. You guys have very similar voices to them. They sound close. Ah, nice, nice. Yeah, I gotta hand it to like VAs, man. Like they're a talented bunch. Like I know that it is something that you can gain through experience, but like some of them, like especially some of like the really like tenured ones, they're like really good. Like you could just like some animators, no, not animators, like studios can actually just go to them and ask for a voice. Like they give them, this is what the character looks like, this is their story, this is their personality, can you give me a voice? And then they will just come up with a voice that suits that character perfectly.
Does it want us to knock on the door? If we're
Coming! Oh, it's... Is this a friend?
A friend. I recognized him immediately. He's one of the people that was getting, but he shouldn't know anything. Yeah, even if he...
Is something... So you aren't... Do you...
Yes.
How so? My family and I was treasure hoarders. I wasn't
Oh.
I thought it was a... You were a... I know you... You came over... Oh! Wait here.
This is the talisman that I lost. The one that, to Leila?
I didn't expect the hangout to take up so much time. I remember doing this last night. For the first time, I thought like, okay, like 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, understandable, especially for the first time. But then like I did it a second time last night, and I was just like, wow, I didn't realize it would be it would take this long.
I doubt it. I mean, although, but even then, that doesn't necessarily... if it was...
I'm not sure if I understand.
Yes, it's...
Well then... Come on,
There's
you must relax and gather your...
Where I don't even know where to like audition for stuff like that, man. Yeah, like certain something like voices.com, like they're so good at what is it called? What is it called? Like the job of like someone's job to like put the right tags into your website so that you come up, like your website comes up more easily in web searches. Something SO. I don't know what it's called. SEO, there you go, SEO. Voices.com, like SEO, whoever's in charge of it, is like really good that nothing else comes up when I look up like, you know, VA jobs or anything related to like doing voice work.
But what about my thesis? Alright, I'm... Let's stop. Alright, I feel bad for making you go. I'm so... watch out! Monsters! No, I'll fight, but I mustn't... I should take... if you miss those opportunities... Alright.
Solidify!
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Supreme Strider. Time to go.
Okay, everyone, have a good day or night. Hey, alright, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, Onoko. Take care, man.
Busted.
Game's up.
I have to do another burst.
No. Quietly now. Take it easy.
It's embarrassing. Well, but then I'm just happy I. Oh. Although, can you?
Yo, Ether, where are your hands going? Ether, relax with your hands. Let's see. Okay. Oh boy. All right. We're headed towards the fourth ending. It's gonna be a long one. I think I need to open up another picture for this. Too risky. Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry. I was originally looking
Jail.
for information at the House of... I should have been done with the first... Well,
No. I was warning him. I was warning him to keep his hands to himself.
I've seen... due to my lack of... Yeah. But
Because Ether's already...
really don't need the stars above decided to help out.
Ether's already got his hands on basically everyone in Genshin, right? Like, he's...
It comes down to my... Oh no.
While
Yes,
Genshin's story is pretty
if
wholesome,
you let its help, by getting an
I mean,
answer,
there's no denying
all I
it.
can
There's no denying it.
try
Ether's got a harem. Is it right? Yeah, okay, it's this one. Ether's slowly building a harem.
Do we rest? But my deadline's just around the corner. Then how should I go?
Ayaka just so happens to be the most head over heels for him, and everyone's like very indirectly involved with him. And like we have a we have a Yoimiya story quest coming up. They're gonna be traveling together. I don't know what's gonna happen then.
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses and we're seeing how relaxed you look. You must have
Oh.
You say that, yet you're always going...
Well...
Yo, good morning, Happy.
For start, every time, it's not like we...
I know. Sorry.
Whatever, there's no point. If you think she can...
I really want to help the... Yeah, it's real. It's actually... Huh? What do you mean?
Let's see. Where's the first one? Okay.
The thing is, and the more
this one. Okay, that's a branch.
face it had,
And okay, so it actually kind of gets complicated from here on. So I'm gonna need to pay a bit more attention here.
The theory, and then there's the preparation.
I ever want to
for
see
my
them together?
thesis
That's why I
defense.
chose Lumine.
What?
Lol.
Thank you. Okay, first, however,
As for me, I don't know. I kind of just picked Lumine because whatever, from a main account, and then like, so a few weeks into playing Genshin, I started watching some Genshin creators, and then I was so confused. I was like, who is this character? How have I not seen him before? And apparently it was Ether. It was Ether. I didn't know. And I was like, wow, that looks so much cooler than Lumine. I don't know why, but like, if you to me, at least, Lumine's design seems very plain compared to Ether's.
After the event, perhaps we could have... Really? You're welcome. The man's name...
Why doesn't Genshin have chibi male characters?
You
Don't tell me Zhazwan. All right, don't worry. I'm not one of those people. Yeah, I'm not one of those people.
Nice.
I'm not part of that community.
Astrology is a hobby of mine.
I mean, once
and
either
these devices have cost me both
pull out
time
the pickup
and
line.
mora to collect.
Like, wanna come tour my teapot?
Oh,
There's no way one can
completely
resist.
understandable.
All right, that's it's dangerous territory, my friend. Oh, oh, this is a branch right here. Let's see. Okay, okay.
Yes, that.
You're probably aware.
And then another one a bit later.
Current research is about a certain phenomenon called astral shift.
So the next branching is in the library later.
I think that
If the changes,
triple orbit. You do know.
But then again, like whether you pick Lumine or Ether, we don't exactly know the laws of Teyvat, right? Like we don't exactly know if they have any laws against same-sex marriage.
Really? I guess. Recording. Let's continue.
This is in the library, right? So I think I remember a way into that part of the library through this way, but not really. Oh, oh, wait. Okay. Oh, here. Okay. Found it. Why is it made of wood though? I don't know. I can't see it. It's so hard to see it.
This seems like the best, so theoretical. However, that's why I want. It's okay if your questions are. All right.
I think this is right. Yeah.
Sure. You can. It's clear. With stars, and that's. I'm gonna need more practice. Oh, really? Then this. I didn't. I guess I can. Oh. I'm so... I still don't... That's... Yeah, but that's... It's almost like how you help. That's good.
What have I done with my life? Why am I here? How am I in this situation?
This seems like the best spot to
Laws
do
in
this.
Teyvat probably got a
We'll
real
need to be
trippy
quiet
criteria.
so we don't
Imagine,
disturb anyone.
imagine your own house,
So
minding your
here's
own
what will
business,
happen
and the
during
traveler
my
emerges
thesis
from
defense.
outside your window,
After
climbing
I
around,
present my
and he
thesis,
still
the
ain't
advisor
sued.
sitting below will begin
Yeah,
to
right?
ask questions. Theoretical, however,
I imagine
why I want
it's
to rehearse
probably
and practice
a
presenting
little
my
similar
points in front
to.
of
Hang on.
someone.
I'm looking at the options to talk about. Great machine. Okay. I know now. Yeah, I imagine it's probably a little similar to like the laws of like the world of something like the Avatar's Last Airbender, or maybe even Danmachi. Like those seem like pretty similar worlds to Teyvat.
Oh, really? Then I didn't. I get. I can hardly. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't like Layla Hangouts. The bit still fires on.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't know about like whatever they're talking about. Most of the time, I'm either listening to an audiobook while like just Genshin's just muted, and I just take a picture. I just go watch someone's video, find like if they ever have like a picture of like where to branch out and which options to pick, and then I take a screenshot of that, and that's it. I take a screenshot of that. I just have the picture open with Genshin. I watch out for whatever options branch out into different endings, and then that's kind of how I do it while listening to an audiobook. Wait, what? Huh? How did that... What?
This seems like the best spot to
RJ,
do this.
be like
We'll need
the
to be
emotional
quiet so we don't
mouse
disturb
clicker.
anyone.
Hey, well, when you have to click the mouse, when you have to click a mouse that many times, like anyone's emotions would be gone. Quadruple. This is supposed to be. Why isn't it? Huh, that's weird.
Huh? Is this I'm sorry.
Why didn't it branch out to the other ending?
Everything is
It's supposed to.
What's wrong?
How I like or dislike a hangout?
Can you please repeat the question? I didn't hear you clearly. You're
Oops,
Layla's
hang on.
friend, right?
How or why I like a hangout depends on the character's design. Because like you're staring at them like this for so long. Because the dialogue is so long. That's the only reason how or why I like or don't like a certain hangout. And I like Layla's design, so I like it. I don't really know what they're talking about, what the story is. I just care about what she looks like. I mean, if it wasn't this long, I probably would actually care. It's just so long. Same thing with the Archon quests, world quests. They're just way too long that I just don't want to care. If they were a little bit shorter and like the dialogue was filled with a little bit more substance and less fluff, I would actually enjoy it, just like how I would enjoy most anime. Surely dialogue is fun after
Let's sit down here.
fun
and have
after
some
playing since
coffee and
1.0.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
Well,
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just
that's
came
the
by to
thing
say
though.
hi.
Some things
We just
eventually
submitted
become
our
fun,
seeing how
but some
You
things
say that, yet you're always
some things become not fun.
For start, every time it's not like we can't.
I know.
Whatever. If you think she can.
I really want to help you. Yeah, it's really just it's actually huh? What do you mean?
Okay, no, that's not it yet.
The thing is, and the more
Let's see. Okay. It sounds like we need to find rerun. I think. Yeah, this is it. Why are you doing this so many times? Are there any rewards? I made a mistake, I guess, like with the ending 4 and 5. That's why I guess apparently it happened twice. I thought like the other response would take me to ending 5, and apparently it didn't. Hang on.
I know. Alright. No more buts. My life is a mess because of the decision. How do I
That's why I had to do ending 4 twice, and then the other one was ending 5. This one's ending 6. Are there any rewards? I think for ending 6, I don't think there are any more rewards. Like there are, yes, but it's not Primo Gems, I believe. Oh, it is Primo Gems. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, main reason why I'm doing this Primo Gems. I know it's not a lot. It's 60, but if you count that, like, if you count like as to how many hangouts there are, like what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 15. 15 times 60. That's a lot. 600, 900. Right, that's 900 primos. Oops. Oh. And I would rather do them now while there's only one to do than do them later when I have 6 to do. I don't think I can handle that. Nope. Noel has 2 hangouts. That is true, right? Like, I guess people like Noel Hangout so much that they gave her another one. Or whoever like was proposing for the idea for the story for the second Noel Hangout, like had a pretty good had a good enough idea that it convinced whoever was in charge to allow it. Well, anyway, guys, I gotta go AFK here for just a bit. Gotta go pick my son up from school. Let me play some music while I'm at it. Meanwhile, let's put up our on-screen text. Okay, there it is. Let's leave you with some, oh, you know what? Hey. Well, let's give her something a little bit better. Do I have a nice looking sword? Oh, that actually suits her pretty aesthetically. I guess Sack Sword suits her too. Whatever, I'll just give her Cinnabar. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna go AFK for a bit, guys. Just 5-10 minutes. I'll go pick my son up from school. Now back to our special program. Special program? Scheduled program. Fail. What a fail. Anyway, this is the last part of Layla's hangout. Welcome back. Hey, thank you, Happy. How's your day going today, Happy? How are you, man?
No matter what ingredient. No, it wasn't that. Apples and zaytun peaches were the most popular fruits back then. Oh, and of course, grilled fish is delicious too. Oh, fish skin releases oils while cooking, which drip into the fire and cause it to burn even brighter.
By the way, Happy, you're a college student now, right? You're in college now, right? Hey, sup, Shuri?
But
Back.
we
Oh,
would
did you
always
go
get yelled at by
AFK
the
too?
grown-ups if they caught us sneaking into the river to catch fish. What's the big deal? We just want to swim.
Ahoy,
That's what we
ahoy,
used to
matey.
say. But now that I think about it, it really was quite dangerous.
Your trip be taking
Thank
too long.
goodness nothing bad ever happened.
Oops.
I think we...
You're doing Abyss? Oh man, wait, sure, you just play on mobile, right?
I'll be here.
8 times on floor 11. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, if I played on mobile, I would die too. A lot. Yeah, I'm just terrible on playing games in mobile. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me, good sir. I just want your wood. Okay. I have a Mac laptop, can't play on that. Yeah, definitely. How do you feel about floor 12? The current floor 12? It's a challenge, but it's, but you know, I'm biased, right? Because obviously I'm an endgame player with endgame accounts, and my accounts have been specifically bred, you know, to be as strong as they can be with the amount of effort I've put into them. Like I didn't. Okay, let me explain this then. I'm lazy. Right, I'm lazy. I as much as possible, I don't want to exert 100% of effort into anything. And by that, I mean, by 100% effort, I mean, of course you have to exert effort into doing anything in life. And like, for example, going to a day job, a 40-hour-a-week day job, 8-hour a day, 40-hour-a-week day job that you don't really like, but you kind of just have to go just to have a job. You know, to me, I sort of see that as like the type of thing that you would have to exert like 20% to 30% of effort into just to go to your job and come back home. Whereas a job that you would be passionate about, and you actually like think proactively at work to come up with ideas, to come up with with good solutions to whatever problems you face at work, then I would see that as, you know, let's say, depending on like if you're like super passionate about it, the people you're working with are like super passionate about it, then yeah, definitely you're likely going to be exerting 100% of your effort into it. Whereas a job that you like but you don't like the people you work with, you might exert somewhere anywhere between like 40 to 70% of your effort into it.
I haven't done this in a while.
Right. So why I'm mentioning this is like so that we would have the same gauge of percentage of effort. Like we would have, you know, the same I guess unit of measurement.
Take it easy.
Ow. Stop.
Solidify.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
And for me, even if it's something that I am passionate about, as much as I can, I really would prefer to exert only up to 70 or 80% of my effort into that one thing.
One way to
Because I'm lazy, and if I exert 100% of everything into something for a very long time, I would just burn myself out. That's kind of how I see it. And so I've basically spent the decisions I've made on my accounts were to, like, at first they were mostly just to get the right characters, just so I could come up with two teams that are generally pretty good and have few like weaknesses that they would just be completely useless in. And the teams that I kind of came up with were Morgana, and at least in the early days were Morgana and like Diluc Vape, and I was fine with that for a good long while until eventually I replaced Diluc with Xiangling, and that worked out pretty well for a long time. And then I got Shogun, and then now fast forward to today. Now I also have Dendro teams and Nahida. Now I'm pretty happy, but before that, for a very long time, I didn't wish for a very long time on like many other characters because I felt like there were more like optional DPSs instead of like making my current teams stronger. So I've kind of bred this account just to finish combat content. So I may be biased, but I think it's fun. It's sometimes a little annoying, but mostly because of mostly because of the lack of skill. But it's pretty fun in general. It's a challenge because there really isn't much content in Genshin.
In the name of the princess.
Especially in endgame. So I'm happy with the current floor 12. I could make do with a little less annoyance, like just the annoying,
Who's our target this
like
time?
the super big colliders on the sewer animals. If the colliders were just a little smaller, sure. If their behavior was just a little less erratic and a little less like dancing around, running around, and pushing you around, I could make do with that. But it is what it is. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. Chamber 1's the hardest. Though I guess the thing that makes that a little bit annoying is because it's Chamber 1. Let's say you need a team for Chamber 1. Let's say, yeah, for example, you need a specific team for Chamber 1, and then you need a different team for Chamber 2. The annoying thing about it is like your other team that isn't optimal for Chamber 1 is gonna have to go through Chamber 1 to get to the other chambers. That's, I think, the annoying part.
We've walked pretty far now, but I barely.
Who's Clay? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, Shuri, I'm gonna lay into you on this one. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Yeah. Who's Claymore the sharpest? Okay. Whose Claymore is the sharpest? Shuri. Please, enlighten us. This one probably gonna be more annoying if they place multi-wave. They place multi-wave spread out CC-able enemies just because it becomes Venti check. Someday we're gonna get that kind of abyss again. When Venti reruns, probably when Kazuha reruns too.
But it's alright if you. The only may teach, and that's the start. That's why, no matter. Yeah. We probably still have a while until the stars come out.
It's razors, cause razors. Okay, you mean to tell me the sharpest claymore is razors because it's razor sharp? Whew. Oh my god. Okay, I never thought that would end. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I have to do this one more time on my friend's account, but I'm gonna do that off stream, so you guys don't have to go through all of this again with me. I'm gonna have to do it alone. Man. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just like read an audiobook, or no. Technically, I'm not reading. I'm like just listening to it. But yeah. Okay. What do you guys think about that? Should we still use the verb read if you're just listening to the audiobook? Right? Like read a book. Is that appropriate? I don't think it's appropriate. Technically, you're not really reading. You're not putting in the effort to actually read. You're just listening to it be read to you. Right? You don't say, I read a book, but then like when you're a kid, when your mom tells you a story, reading a storybook to you, you don't say you read the book. Is we feeling the same here? I don't mind much about the other stuff, just monsters model pushing. They really could have done better on that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, okay, I understand, like, it does make the beasts more realistic, right? Like, in their lore, because they technically, they're, like, apparently, like, in their world, they're, like, super dangerous creatures. Like, they're infected by abyss or whatever. Sure, makes sense. But then, did you really have to make it annoying? Yeah, because like the model could be very big. It's like in 3D in 3D software, there's a thing called a collider. So there's the 3D model that you design, but it really actually a 3D model that you design that you can see actually does not have any collision. Like it's as if like it only exists visually, but it doesn't physically exist. You can just go through that. So the thing that makes it so that you bump into things is called a collider, and it is basically another 3D object which is invisible, and it is what has the physics. What has the physics that you cannot go through that. And it's up to the 3D modelers to decide whether it will be basically an exact copy of that object, or if it's just going to be a like a random shape. Like for example, if there's a flat, no. Let's say, okay, like here for example, they could have just made it into an exact copy of this rock, or they could have made it into just squares that just sort of look similar to this shape. So in that way, it would be less polygons and less intensive on your CPU. Or GPU, and they could have just made the models as big as they wanted to, but then just made the colliders small, because it's annoying. It's just annoying that they keep pushing you around all over the place. Is that a Sealy?
Time to go.
Oh, I remember this place. Yeah. Wait. So this is one of the 3 Sealies that you need to get a pretty decent chest over there. Although I don't remember where the other Sealies are. Yeah, I was surprised too when I heard them the first time. When I heard them the first time back then in my previous job, because I used to do some 3D modeling for this startup company that I worked with about 5-6 years ago. Just nothing professional, really. Startup company, so they were they really were like okay, they really were just hiring anyone that just knew how to use a 3D software, and I had no prior experience to that. I kind of just learned how to use Blender via someone called Blender Guru on YouTube, and it took me like 2 or 3 days of just watching the videos over and over again, and practicing at the same time. I would just have his YouTube videos up, and then I would try to like follow along to try to understand like the logic of it, and yeah, that was it. Oh, there it is. How do I get up there? Ah, no. Oops. Okay. Got it. Alright, how about up here? Whoa, there's a whole family of you up here.
Time to go.
How do I get up there? Oh, there's one. Okay. I should use Blender. I have to learn that, and I keep postponing because it's hard. Well, the thing is, this was like 5-6 years ago, so I don't remember the version that I used, but I remember it was like version 2.6. Yeah, like, and Blender before 2.8 is like very different. So if you, yeah, I would recommend you start learning like the newer versions of Blender, and not the versions that I learned. The interface was a little bit, well, it was mostly different, but then like the logic is mostly there. The important thing, I guess, to learn is like the logic of how it works, and then like you will kind of just figure out what this and that is like when you see it in tutorials. Because like, you know, most of the time logic really is like the same across like different 3D software, and by logic I mean like the type of like mindset you have to you have to keep when making them. Hang on, where is the other one? I think it's probably over here. Because I don't think I've been this way before. Ah, yes. Perfect. Blender is very keyboard shortcut friendly though. So if you're the keyboard shortcut guy, like someone who likes to click less, like me for example, I really like using my mouse as little as possible. Like so something like Photoshop, for example. Photoshop does have keyboard shortcuts, right? But it's like the interface seems to be like mostly designed for like people who just want to click. And Blender, while you could just do that obviously, but it is so much faster if you learn like the keyboard shortcuts. And I keep mentioning logic, for example. There are certain logic that you have to sort of get used to in like the 3D world. Like for example, having the right measurements, like when you are looking at something at a certain perspective. Like for example, seeing it, like I always keep like this tab or window that has all the different measurements of my polygon.
Brings a smile to my face.
Also keeping an eye on where your vertices are, keeping an eye on your perspective, making sure that they are like this thing looks the same way when you look at it in another way, and keeping an eye on the vertices. Vertices pretty important if you want a face or a line to connect to another one. Don't just do it by eye, but actually use some sort, like, because it has like a locking feature, like a lock-on feature that you can use to lock on to either like by measurements, by increments, or by object. It locks onto lines, it locks onto vertices. There's that thing too, and sometimes making it lock on will lock onto another vertex will allow you to join those two vertices, hereby reducing your overall vertex count. And depending on what you're modeling for, if you're modeling for like let's say animation, then keeping your vertex count and your polygon count low isn't as much of a priority as it is in like 3D modeling for something like a game. Because like in a game, it's a real-time environment and the computer has to like process everything in real time. Because like when you're modeling for animation, you're just gonna render that out into a video. Of course, rendering time will be cut down if your polygons aren't as big, if your polygon count aren't as high. But of course, it'll also look better if you're not going to be too stingy on your polygon count. But then again, overall, it's not going to affect the how you watch it, because it's when you're done rendering it, it's a video. But if it's in a 3D game such as Genshin, for example, the game doesn't know what you're gonna do. It cannot pre-render what you're gonna do like onto your screen. It's literally like this, everything that we're moving around. These are character models that are literally moving. What else did I have to do? Oh yeah, that's right. I had dailies to do. Okay, I'm swapping over to my friend's account. Yeah, Blender does seem hard, especially because like it is open source, but it is definitely a professional tool. And the only reason why professionals haven't been like using it, like for example, why engineering firms don't use it, why professional studios like large studios like Warner Bros and stuff and Sony studios don't use it, because it's open source. So when something goes wrong, they don't have anyone to hold accountable. Like for example, if they miss a deadline because there's a glitch in the software, they can't just go to Blender, to the Blender Foundation and, hey, what's wrong with your software, right? Because it's open source, and unless maybe if they get into an agreement, some sort of contract. Yeah, that's the only reason why professionals, like more professionals, don't use it. Like more like, especially like it's not heavily used in commercial use, is because of that reason. But it's also because of that reason why Blender is so successful in its field. That being said, Blender is actually really nice. They also have a video editor now. Of course, it's probably not as good as like long established video editors, but I think it's pretty okay. Like especially if your goal is just to do like basic video editing and not like film grade video editing. Hey, what's up, Flashy Shades? How's it going, man? You can open the elemental vision at the empty statue to find the missing Sealy. What? Find the elemental vision. Open. Oh, the like this thing. Okay. I could have done that actually. I actually could have done that. I don't know why. I keep forgetting that ability.
Quietly now.
Maybe because I just don't use it enough.
No, I'm not.
I hardly use the elemental vision thing because I use this mouse software. It's called what is it called? X mouse button control. I believe it's open source too. I'm not sure. I think it is, yeah, because they have like a place for you to donate. And I've been using it for a good long while now. I've used it throughout through multiple mice already, and it's pretty. Oh, I meant Nahida, not you. Alhaitham.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
And because of the way it works, it seems to be a default function of it and not something I can change. That I use scroll lock. Oh no, I think it's mostly because I just turned it off. I turned off the wheel mouse button click in the, what is it, like in its hotkeys. I don't know why I did that, and now I'm a little annoyed that I'm too lazy to change it back, and that's why I hardly ever use it. Because for me to be able to use elemental vision, I have to hold middle mouse button, right? And to hold middle mouse button, it's sort of disabled in the software that I use because I disabled it a while back on my old mouse, and that was way before Genshin. And now I have to press scroll lock to disable the software, so I could use elemental vision. Still alive? Surprisingly, you are. I am. Yeah. I have stuff to do. But I will be, like, I actually just finished the Layla hangout. Yeah, and now I'm doing dailies on my friend's account.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Roll.
That was fast. Oh. That's it, I think. Yeah, okay. Almost messed that up. That's a whole scientific explanation. I know, right? That's welcome to my world, man. That's like everything in my life all the time. All the time is like that's kind of what my brain is. Like, I'm not saying that I'm smart. I'm just saying that it's annoying. I'm saying that it's like always complicated. Just, right? It's always so complicated to me. And sometimes I find it nice that I have like methods to how I do everything, and like it's not just chaotic and like going by ear. And sometimes I like it, but sometimes I take something so simple and I just somehow am able to make it more complicated for myself. Para, in 20 minutes, no, it's at 1:30. I hope they don't go early. Sometimes they do. The power's gonna go out in 50 minutes from now, but I'm not gonna wait until the power goes out. I'm gonna, I'm just doing dailies here.
Busted.
Please just blow up. There you go. My net's lagging. Oh, I don't think that's your net. I don't think that's your internet. YouTube is telling me that it's not getting enough bitrate from me. I don't know. It's probably my internet acting up again. Yeah, I've had the yellow thing in YouTube in the stream window say that YouTube is not getting enough bitrate for me. Lagged a bit there. Yeah, it's probably my internet. Probably my internet's been acting up because for I think like 5-10 minutes now, YouTube's had this yellow like thing, band of something that has a message that says YouTube isn't getting enough bitrate from me. I think it's just my internet acting up. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I learned about this while like doing research on what settings I should have in OBS. So the reason why I stream at 1440p instead of just 1080 is because of YouTube's, I believe the proper term is codec. The codec that they use for your videos is different depending on certain things. So I don't think this is stated everywhere, anywhere, like written anywhere, but I believe just different creators on YouTube have just learned about it through their experience. So apparently they have a better codec. I don't know the names of the codec, I don't remember them, but there's like the old codec which isn't as good video quality as like the new one, but the new one, YouTube, like the algorithm, like just uses it by default on like very, very large creators, or if you're streaming at 1440p or higher, and at 11,500 bitrate or higher. And then I did some testing around it, and it did seem to work. It did, it was correct. The information that I got was correct, and that's why I stream at 1440p and at 11,500 bits. And while I don't know if the bits, because I don't know, like software just doesn't seem to write it very clearly anymore. I know that 1 byte is 8 bits. So, and I don't know what speed test websites give me, if it's bits per second or if it's bytes per second. If it is if it's bits per second, then I am gonna assume that I just barely have enough upload speed to keep up with my bitrate settings in OBS. And when my internet is even just not performing at 100%, like if it's performing at 85-90% of what it's supposed to be, then my stream screws up. But if it is, oh man, it's a whole mess of things. And like just like what you were saying earlier, Lucas, scientific explanation, yes. And that's why I said everything around me, because of how my dumb brain works, everything has to be so complicated around me. Achievement? That was an achievement daily commission in Aru Village. I think it was, but I think I might have gotten it already. Try to go and sleep now. If I can't, go grind Genshin. See ya, everyone. Oh, alright. Good night, Klee. Try and go to sleep, please, for your health. Yeah, anyway, power's gonna go out in about 45 minutes from now. Yeah, I still have some other things to do, but I'll probably do it later, just off stream. Anyway, so if you guys need any help building your characters, accounts, or need any help making a decision on which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message on YouTube chat. Yeah, and ask us there for our opinion, if you need any help on like making decisions on your account. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for coming by and hanging out and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. See you all next time. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody. Thank you all.